Hey guys, how are you? My name is Vivi Sanchez and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I'm gonna talk about my experience with finances. I'm a Venezuelan girl living in the US. I moved here about 4 years ago and I got my first credit card at the age of 19 years old. Why do I say this? Because back in Venezuela, at that age, it's kind of hard to get a credit card, and if it's not hard, it will be for a lower amount of money. So that's why I say that. When I got my first credit card here in the US, I got very excited. I knew I have to be disciplined with the payment, but with that, I didn't have any problem because I had a good job and I paid my credit cards on time. My credit card on time. But then I got excited. I started hanging out with friends. I started seeing stuff that I wanted to buy. I started seeing things that I wanted to buy, purchase, and I bought them. And I got emotional. When I say I got emotional, it's that every time that I see something, I wanted to buy, I wanted to purchase it, right? So I left my immaturity to run right there and I started spending more than I was making, which brought me to not being able to pay my credit cards on time because I was spending the money that I had on my credit card, and I also was spending the money that I was making from my paycheck monthly, right? So monthly or every 2 weeks, or it doesn't matter. I was spending more than I was making. So there was my error. But then I moved with my parents and I thought it was gonna be better because I wasn't gonna be paying for any of my responsibilities like rent, utilities, and all the things. Then I got this good job. Well, what I thought was a good job, and I started getting all these credit cards approved sent to me. So I got more excited. I was like, whoa, I'm getting all these credit cards approved, you know, send it to me. That's good. That says something about it. It says like I'll be able to make all this money. So every credit card that I got sent to me, I accepted, right? Of course, some of them were denied because I applied one right next to each other and my credit went down, but I got like two credit cards approved in a really short period of time. What happened at this time? I actually didn't know anything about credit score, anything about credit karma, anything about budgeting, anything about how to handle money. I just knew that I needed to pay a minimum payment to this credit card. I didn't know anything about credit score, anything about this score. I didn't know anything about the credit score like the TransUnion, Experian, Fisco, all those credits that you need to build up, all the things and details that you need to build up your credit, right? I didn't know that you needed to pay on time. If you didn't pay on time, your credit will go lower. All those details, I actually didn't know them. I just kept applying for credit cards. I also applied for some credit cards just because I thought it was cool to have them. You know, I didn't know that this was gonna affect my credit, and then also will affect on my credit score for the future, for the next 2 years, for the next 3 years, because it was a high inquiry. Time went by and I realized that the job that I had, it wasn't actually good, but it was too late because I already had all these 5 credit cards plus a car loan, and I have reached the maximum amount on my credit card. So I have spent everything on those credit cards and I wasn't actually making enough money. I was making minimum wage and it was really, really upsetting. But I had my car and I applied for Lyft, so I started doing Lyft. With Lyft, I saw a light. I thought I was gonna make a lot of money. I was able to pay all my credit cards. I was gonna make more money, so I'll put all that money in my credit card. But what happened, it was that I actually started making more bad decisions. I will take money from Lyft, put on my credit card, then will take money from Lyft, will spend the money from the credit card, and then I will actually spend also the money that I had for the credit cards. So everything will be expenses, expenses, expenses. I wasn't budgeting. I wasn't um paying my credit cards on time. I was paying my car on time, of course. My car was like perfect, but my credit cards were a little bit down. I didn't have the dates. I was really new on this. I didn't have the dates where I have to pay. I wasn't reading the statements. I wasn't being responsible actually. But then I got into the point that I realized I had almost $10,000 in debt with the credit card. That was mind blowing. I realized that I have made a huge mistake. When my first credit card, it was only for $1,100. How did I get into $10,000 debt? So here was a time where I opened my eyes and I realized the mistake that I have making, right? So I started searching for videos in YouTube how to pay my bills. So I actually saw a video where it was teaching me how to start with a small debt and successfully be paying the other debt after paying the smaller debt. I didn't know where was this coming from, who was the author of this plan, how this was going. I didn't know I have to make savings. I was just adding as much as I could to my credit card. And I was actually saving by myself. I have this rule of taking $5 daily and putting it on a savings account. And actually it worked. I built around $500. Then from 500 it went to 1,000, thankfully. And in that period of time, I reached a certain level of balance in my credit card where where I pay certain amount. I think I pay $500 on each credit card, and I was going to 1,000 on some of them. I was feeling like was reaching somewhere, but then I have to move from one city to another one, and this brought me expenses, which are the U-Haul, paying another apartment, paying utilities, paying, stuff that you need to buy for all this a new process that you're moving in. I was very excited about it. I actually was down for it, but then I have to spend more money because the first month I actually wasn't making that much money that I thought. So I have to spend from my savings everything for my supermarket, for my groceries, for my car expenses. So that budget, those savings that I had actually went off. I spent them all. I went back to zero savings, and then also went back to spending more money from the credit card, to the point that I again reached the limit of the credit card again. Then I started this job, the one which I moved for, right, from my parents to an apartment by myself, and with a roommate, but it was a higher amount. So the job that I had was good. I was spending my time there. I also decided that I was going to do Lyft too, because it wasn't enough money. So what I did was doing Lyft. I was doing my other job, and I tried to pay credit cards and stuff like that. But I actually didn't know how to. I didn't know I have to make a budget. I didn't know anything about finances until now. Until now, that I'm so thankful for this timing. Actually, right now I'm going to tell you. I'm gonna show you also my debt, how much I have in debt. Um, a family member that I owe money, my car, and all my credit cards. Okay, I'm gonna include all this. I'm gonna be transparent as possible because I really want to be debt free, and I know I'm gonna be accountable with all of you guys because I want to show you the how I'm going to get out of that. You also can get out of that. So then after I moved to this job, right? After I moved for this job to another city, this job went well, everything went well, but my credit cards payment and everything was going higher. I actually have to get another job because I was involved in a car accident, right? So it was a little bit of a lot of things going on during all this period of time, but everything helped me to learn more. So right now, I with all this going on that it's 2020, it's been the year. It's actually May 11, 2020. Um, I hope you know the situation that we're going through. I am in debt. I have almost $34,000 in debt. I'm gonna show you right now that I have. So right here it is, the whole debt that I have, right? You can see divide all, everything organized. But I also made this, where you can see all the credit cards, and then you also can see the total amount of how much I owe. So with this showing to you, I really want to tell you that even when it's hard, you can make it. You can pay that debt. The snowball method from Dave Ramsey, it works. I started on April 10th, and so far today is May 11th, and it's been a month, and I've been working on it. I've been taking any extra money that I have, and I know I won't be spending something else. That extra money, I'll be putting it on my credit cards because I really want to get out of this debt. It's time to be debt free. It's the time, this 2020, we know that didn't start in the right with the right step, but we know it's gonna end in the really good step. So I'm telling you, this video is not only to tell you about my experience, my testimony, but also to tell you that how I'm getting out of that, you're going to get out of that too. Okay, so far I have paid from $1,100. I have paid $777, and it's going good. We have to keep in mind that it's been a rough 2 months, and I actually just started this process during this quarantine season. So it's something that I'm really happy for. So please guys, keep watching this video. I know I have many things to improve, and I also have many things to learn, but we can all learn together. Okay, so hopefully this video is helpful and it motivates you to get out of debt in this 2020. Bye bye, I see you next time. I also want to remind you that please subscribe, give me some likes, and also leave me some comments. Do it, friends, okay? So please leave me some comment below, subscribe, smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.